COVID-19 quarantines not needed for vaccinated people, CDC says. New federal guidelines say that people who have been vaccinated against COVID-19 can skip quarantine protocols. The guidelines were posted by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. But it doesn't mean there are no conditions. The guidelines say fully vaccinated persons who meet criteria will no longer be required to quarantine following an exposure to someone with COVID-19. Fully vaccinated refers to the completion of the entire dose regimen. Right now, COVID-19 vaccines with EUA from the Food and Drug Administration have a 2-dose regimen, which has an interval of several weeks. Thus, those who receive both doses are considered fully vaccinated against the disease. Here's where the warning comes in for those who plan to travel the instant they completed the regimen. According to Health Day, people fully vaccinated against COVID-19 are allowed to skip quarantines 2 weeks after the second dose was administered. This is to ensure that their bodies had at least 14 days to build immunity. If both conditions are met, then they can ignore quarantine rules, at least in the US. That perk, however, is only good for a short time. Because the CDC has no idea how long the protection lasts, even fully vaccinated people must undergo quarantine if their last shot was 3 months ago or more. They are more likely to be quarantined if they have been exposed to the virus or develop symptoms associated with COVID-19. Additionally, fully vaccinated people who skip quarantines must keep an eye for symptoms within 14 days after a potential exposure to someone with COVID-19. Since vaccines aren't perfect, vaccinated individuals may still develop mild symptoms. There's another provision that mentions those who recovered from COVID-19. People who have had COVID-19 in the last 3 months don't have to be quarantined or tested, except when they develop new symptoms. It is particular in cases where the cause of symptoms can't be identified. So, those who recovered from the disease and experience new symptoms must be tested to determine the cause. When it comes to health protocols, the agency doesn't permit vaccinated people or those who have had COVID-19 to ignore the rules. Everyone, vaccinated or not, should maintain physical distancing to keep the coronavirus from spreading and causing new outbreaks. This simple step may actually slow down the spread of 3 new variants of the coronavirus.